Last night I was watching a little video by Miss Andre, or Andre, yeah, and she's on TikTok. She's probably on YouTube as well, actually. And this video she did, it was brilliant. It's definitely worth a watch. But anyway, I've kind of done my version of it, and I wrote some notes based on her video, plus a bit more research as well. And it's a bit of an eye-opener, really, in many ways, in that it's very hard to collate everything into one topic, because there's just so much. There's just so many reasons why we should all be very concerned at the direction of the United States under the Orange von Schützenpants and Donald Trump. Evil fucking bastard, he really is. Evil, I tell you. And I better make sure I speak up, because people keep saying my videos, your volume's too low. Right? Sometimes I can't do anything about it. But anyway, I am going to do my best with this video, and hopefully I can do Miss Andre justice, because it was a really good video. Definitely suggest you watch it. Anyway, Stephen Miller, right? We all know he's got aspirations of maybe a Holocaust or something like that. You know what he's like. He's kind of actually in the middle of it now, isn't he? You know, after all, there's a whole load of bodies being washed up in Spanish waters or in the Balearics and that, and they're thought to be, well, there seem to be connections with ICE. Yeah, I know, I did a little video clip about that before, but it's something we have to note, because it kind of is all relative to what's going on at the moment with these deportations. Now, older Stephen Miller, for a very long time, has had these aspirations, you know. Just look at him, he looks like Goebbels, doesn't he? Let's be honest, right? Stephen Miller is the new age Goebbels. Now, his students that he was with at college, his teachers, they're all said that he's a little shartsy. That he is a Yahtzee. What was that game? Yahtzee, yeah, that's a Yahtzee, that'll do. And then you got the civil rights groups that actually wrote to Trump to tell him, you can't have him. No, this is his first term, this was. You can't have him in the government. He's a Yahtzee Nazi. Yahtzee. Okay, I'll get all tongue-tied here. Obviously, yeah, that's good, he says. Yeah, Donald Trump, yeah, that's good, he'll do me. He's just the kind of citizen that we need, yeah, there's white supremacy and all that. So, then you got Hex, haven't you? Covered in Yahtzee as symbols that he is. He's got that cross on his chest, which is like the Jerusalem cross, isn't it? Or the Crusader cross on his chest, that great big one. Yeah, it looks ridiculous. Crikey, if that isn't a bloody sign, I don't know what is. It's like, hey, look at me, I'm a white supremacist. But what about the symbol he's got on his bicep as well, which is, crikey, I don't remember how you say it now. Default symbol? Default? Anyway, that's another Yahtzee symbol, that it is. Now, that's like the Crusader symbols and what have you. It dates back to the Crusader and all that. It dates back to when there was a whole load of non-practising Christians who went about, all right, and they killed the holy men. Right, they got paid. They're basically so-called Christian, not really Christians, are they? Just an excuse. A bit like what's going on at the moment, isn't it? Eh? Yeah, so-called Christian crusaders that, actually, mercenaries. Yeah, Christian mercenaries. That's what they were, because they were paid to kill these holy men. So, it's all done in the name of God and all that. Now, I'm an atheist, so I don't believe all that shit, okay? I'm sorry if you don't like that. Maybe you'll unsubscribe now because I said I'm an atheist. Oh, dear. Oh, well, never mind. Anyway, so then you got, oh, my God, the obvious, like, head of the KKK kind of geezer, Tom Homan. White supremacists. He's actually, before he came into any kind of power, he used to go around doing these speeches, all right, at white supremacy groups events. That's what he used to do. And yet, he's trying. Oh yeah, he's a good sell, that one. No, he is. He's a fucking bastard. He is. I'll tell you. Even his wife don't want nothing to do with him. He's trying to make out that his missus is living in a different house because he's getting death threats. No, it ain't that. They can't stand him. And this is an excuse to get away from him. Can you imagine living with Tom Oman and that weird nugget? And can you imagine what he looks like naked? That poor woman. Why would you want to sleep with that? For Christ's sake. It's like, rolling the folds of fat back until he's... Anyway, smell... and then go back one or something. You know how it goes. You know what I mean. Yeah, he's a horrible little man. Am I a bit too crude? Maybe, I don't care. So, these people, you've got to remember where they come from, what they believe in. You know, they believe in YAHTZISm, don't they? They believe in, I don't know, shoving babies in ovens. All this, not having abortion, no abortions, Roe versus Wade and all that. It's got nothing to do with the children. It's all about control. It's all about controlling the women, controlling their wombs, and probably their vaginas as well. It's kind of what they're all about, isn't it? They're just fucking bastards. And it's not just that, is it? They don't just want to control their vaginas. No, they want to control little boys' chocolate starfishes. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because they're all at it. It's all a fucking con. It's all a fucking con. Now, I uploaded a video yesterday. Four poor victims of, where bribes, basically, they were bribed to shut up. All right? And one of them was a boy. Bribed by Donald Trump to the tune of about $3 million. It happened at, I think it was either at Trump Tower or Mar-a-Lago or something. One of Donald Trump's properties, Yeah, it all goes on there, So anyway, let's continue. I went off kilter a bit. So anyway, these people, they're all loyalists to their chief Yahtzee, Donald Trump. That orange von shits and pants. And it's not just him though, is it? You got Elon Musk and his, his giving the heart and all that, his, more than one, very fast and pointy, that he was. Yeah, just like the YAHTZIS did, seek art and all that. Now, the thing about the Musk family, they have got history, all right, themselves. Now, I've talked about Elon Musk's father numerous occasions and how he made his stepdaughter pregnant and I ended up I don't think he married her or anyway. It's really shady. And he also is groping his stepson as well, He's a lovely guy, The Musks, they're great, aren't they? And Elon Musk knew about this. Kept it quiet, Okay. Anyway, originally the Musks were from Canada. Sorry, Canada. Elbows up. Do you forgive me for mentioning that, please? Elbows. Anyway, Canada. Keep on with your boycotts. No, definitely boycott fucking Tesla. Now, the Musk family originated in Canada, and then they moved to South Africa. All right. Just after apartheid and segregation and all that. White supremacy again. You know how it went, in South Africa. They're some of the biggest racists I've ever... Well, they are, to be honest. I've got quite a few people that I know that from South Africa. Quite a few have moved here, actually, in France. They've actually gone to the UK again now. But, and they were the biggest racists. I'll tell you, they were awful. I kind of understand why, because they moved... I sort of understand why, because they moved over when it all started breaking down and a lot of whites were being murdered and stuff like with screwdrivers. In fact, they did recite one where they were all waiting in a queue, all the cars were in a queue, and one of the cars, white person in front, got stabbed about 16 times with a screwdriver through the window. But there's a lot of pent-up aggression there, weren't there, for years of segregation. It's surprising that the slaves didn't have their own little revolution, in the United States. But anyway, this is Elon Musk. So Elon Musk, there was a scandal going on there, so he ends up moving his family to the United States. But you see, these are all remnants of white supremacy. You know, and it's deep in their souls. That's who they are. White supremacists. They don't think black people should exist. And I don't understand why. Because some of the nicest people I know are black. My grandchildren are black, so they're very nice. But I would be biased, wouldn't I? So anyway, and feckin' funny and all. And got crazy afros. I love their afros. So brilliant. Really, I didn't realise how difficult it is to look after an afro on a child. Oh my giddy aunt, they scream when they comb their hair. They have these special brushes and stuff. But anyway, that's another story. So, it's a bit like child abuse. It's just... No, the thing is, you see, we all know about these people, don't we? You've got the Elon Musk and all that, you know. Even Stephen Bannon spoke out against Elon Musk. They had a bit of a tiff, didn't they? But then... There is Steve Bannon, he goes to France, doesn't he, to see Marine Le Pen, and he tells everybody in the audience, you have to wear racism on your cuff or on your sleeve as, like pride, you know. And just like Elon Musk did. He told the German people, through the AfD, Alternative for Deutschland, the AfD, sorry, and told them they shouldn't, what is it? There was his phrase again, I think I did write it down. That's not that one, it's not that one. Okay, where was it again? Racism, no, that one. Oh, German guilt, that's it, German guilt. You should forget about your German guilt because of what happened during the war. But it kind of makes that's who the modern Germans are. They've learnt by it. And they don't want it to happen again. You see, the thing about Hitler and what have you is it basically a socialist government, wasn't it? It was all a fucking con. And when you look at Hitler's speeches and what have you, he had those speeches, right? Donald Trump did, the Orange von Schützenpanzer and then the White House. He had those Hitler speeches in a book, right? Beside his bed, according to his first wife, who mysteriously fell down some stairs, and had some major bone issues. Anyway, she died and then got buried on a golf course in the corner somewhere, which is all overgrown now and forgotten about, just so Donald Trump can actually get some, had to put, register the land as a crematorium. Just tax avoidance, you see, tax avoidance, that it is. They're fucking bastards, they are, they're all of them. It's all about the bloody money. Evil fucking bastards, money and white supremacy. You got to remember what these people say about, people go on about obviously Charlie Kirk and what have you, the fact he's a white supremacist, and black women haven't got the brains, they haven't got the brains. For fuck's sake, what you're referring to maybe Kamala Harris and all that, very clever woman. They feel threatened. That's what it is. They're threatened by women. It makes it even worse when they're black. The idea that a woman cannot be as educated, clever, nuanced, and as a white man is bloody stupid. It's bloody stupid. For fuck's sake, there's so many blooming white people out there, white men out there. They're just fucking idiots. They're drooling as they speak. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just, they're ridiculous. You've only got to go to Georgia. There's lots of them in Georgia and Texas. They vote for Marjorie Taylor Greene with her fucking, I don't know what gun that was, machine guns anyway. And then you got, Brian Kemp and his shotgun. Looks like he's about to shoot his future son-in-law. These are campaign ads. These people are fucking crazy. We wonder why they vote for people like Orange von Schützenpanzer. Unless you sort out society in the United States, you're never going to get over this. You're never going to get over it. And to sort out society, you need to give them something better than what they got. Or give them hope. You've got to make it so they can't blame every fucking one else for their own failures. Failure of their education, for instance. And social media's got a huge part to play in this. Why has social media got to be negative all the while? Because at the end of the day, social media is a massive platform and very useful, but the algorithms, they just promote shock and horror, like they do. And we wonder why these kids get indoctrinated. Unless we deal with that from the root cause, we're never going to get on top of it. And it's not just in the United States. See it in the UK, see it here in Europe, Europe, the EU, what have you. It's everywhere. But all this stems back, getting back on track again, it all stems back this white supremacy, these Nazis and YAHTZIS, that all stems back to Hitler, and you think the symbolism of it all. I don't know if you noticed, but there's Donald Trump standing there behind his podium with his eagles, right? 2 eagles that can be seen in frame. Not just the one pointing, facing towards the olive branch, which it should be. It's one facing the opposite direction. Like a Nazi propaganda. This isn't a coincidence, you know that, don't you? None of this is a coincidence. They've been planning for this for a very long time. They really have. Oh, dear me. So the symbols, they're all there. They're utilising those symbols. And then you got Elon Musk with his Tesla symbols with the double the bolts of lightning. The double bolts of lightning. That's SS, for Christ's sake. The way it's written and the way it's shown is in the same symbolism as SS, which is, for crikey, what that stands for now. Oh, you've got to remember now. Schutzstaffel or something? Schutzstaffel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Maybe someone give me the phonetics down below. You see all these people, the double Sikh runes and stuff like that. They're all fucking Holocaust deniers because they're dreaming of the next one. And they want to be the originators, and they're doing it now. They're disappearing people. 1,200 people disappeared. Or disappeared, or were they unalived? There's some evidence of that now. This was in, bloody Alligator Alcatraz. 1,200 people missing. All the people have probably got their family members and stuff like that, or anyone looking out for them, or what they know of, but they're gone. And then what's happened to all these homeless people they scooped up? There's no sign of them anywhere. They've all gone. Now, there's some reports that these bodies have been, like I said earlier, have been found in the Balearic Islands. And these bodies were shackled. Not in chains, because obviously they don't want to waste money, do they? But yeah, their wrists and ankles are tied, like they were in shackles, in the same form. I can't help but think that there's a distinct possibility that they're getting pushed out of a bloody carrier, one of those big planes with cargo planes, out in the Balearics. Take them out far enough away so they think they're just refugees trying to come over in a boat, from Libya or somewhere, or Lebanon or wherever it is. Libya, I don't know. Anyway, you tell me, please. Leave it in comments down below, but it's all connected. This is all connected, and it all goes back to Jeffrey Epstein as well. That's connected as well. The whole lot is all interlinked. Because you're not going to try and tell me that Benjamin Netanyahu is actually a proper Jew, right? He come from Turkey, for feck's sake. Right? He had to change his name because he's in Israel. He had to change his fake name. He's not an actual Jew. He's probably just another fake Nazi. Look at what he's doing in Gaza. That's a Holocaust going on there. That's genocide. And we stand back and we allow it to go on. We suck up to the people in charge that allow it to go on, such as Donald Trump. our leaders, whether it be Keir Starmer in the UK, whether it be Emmanuel Macron, although I think he's just playing them, you know, they all, oh crikey, Mark Rutte, oh my giddy aunt, they're all suckling on old Donald Trump because he responds to flattery. But all these people, it makes them complicit. You have to stand up to the bully. Otherwise the bully will always come back for more. It's always the case. That it is. Anyway, what say you? Please leave it in the comments down below. I'm going to stop now because my arm's aching. God, this fucking camera is heavy. Anyway, if you want a big little like button and maybe subscribe to the channel. But I would like to know what your point of view is on this as well. So please comment down below. I do read the comments. I cannot always respond. Sometimes I'll just put, you know, a like and a heart on there and all. But sometimes I can't even do that. I just scan them through, make sure there's nothing untowards. And I do read them because I learn from you, you see. And I'm like many of you, you know, we are all learning all the time. And we have to be open to learning. And that's the problem with these feckin' MAGA lot. They never have been open to learning, wanting to know new things, understand how the world works, and understand our environment and how it supports us, you know? Because without any of this, nothing matters. Nothing. The problem is people do not want to accept that because they don't want to let go of their stuff. Half the stuff they don't even need because they just don't want to let go of it. If we all lived a simpler life and become less capitalist, we would be living in a much more beautiful place. After all, it's the capitalism that is destroying the land. And it is. Anyway, please leave it in the comments down below. But if you want a big like button, maybe subscribe to the channel. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to support the channel, you can do it on Patreon or buy us a coffee. There's also super thanks and stuff like that as well. And it is appreciated. I can't always respond straight away because I'm so busy. I'm trying to earn a living, plus I'm doing this as well. So it's really hard for me to balance, sort of like, you know, life balance and stuff like that. So the contributions and stuff, that makes a huge difference. It gives me the incentive to carry on. It really does, you know. It's not just about informing people and what have you, but I have to put value to my time. I've got no choice because, you know, like you guys and girls, you probably have to go to work, and I have to do the same. You know, I'm not fortunate to be a rich man. I've got low overheads, I admit, but I still need income, like everybody. Anyway, please beat the like button and comment down below if you can't do anything else. Toodaloo.